Stormy Daniels, the adult film star who claims to have had an affair with former President Donald Trump, has a lot to get off her chest. After receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award from PornHub, she spoke to the New York Post and said she is concerned that she has made life worse for Americans. When asked if she believed it would be worth it if her scandal prevented Trump from becoming president again, she said, "It depends on who would get elected instead. It could be even worse. And then I've made the most terrible mistake," the New York Post reported. She bragged about assisting in getting 2 Vice Squad police officers fired for wrongful arrest during one of her strip club performances in 2020. "I stood up to them to make sure they were held accountable," the adult film star said. "I took the stand in New York and refused to let my career be used against me in my trial against," her former, now jailed lawyer, Michael Avenatti, where he tried to say that because I was a porn actress I was acting and so I'm not a credible witness. The interview came a week after another interview she did with Fox Nation. She sat with host Piers Morgan for an interview in which she said she would testify against the former president if asked. She also said that even she does not think Trump should be incarcerated based on this case. "I just finished an astonishing 90-minute interview with Stormy Daniels," the interviewer said on Twitter. "Everyone's had their say about her, now she tells her story about the fling that may send President Trump to prison. It's daunting, but I look forward to it. You know what I mean? Because I have nothing to hide," Daniels said of testifying. "I'm the only one that has been telling the truth. And, it can't shame me anymore. I think having them call me in and put me on the stand legitimizes my story and who I am. And if they don't, it almost feels like they're hiding me," she said. She does not believe he deserves to be imprisoned in the hush money case, but had thoughts on other cases against him. "I don't think that his crimes against me are worthy of incarceration," she said. "I feel like the other things that he has done, if he is found guilty." Absolutely. The adult star was interviewed by the Times of London, and CNN played a clip of the interview in which Daniels said she is in fear for her life, Mediaite reported. "And for the first time, since Trump's indictment, we are also now hearing from the woman at the center of it all, Stormy Daniels, who is the recipient of the hush money payout at the center of this case." The adult film star says that the threats against her are only intensifying. Tonight, CNN anchor Caitlin Collins said before playing the clip. "This time it's straight up violent. The first time it was like, gold digger, slut, whore, liar, whatever. And this time it's like, I'm going to murder you," Daniels said in the interview. "Are you frightened?" the interviewer asked. "For the first time ever, yes," the adult star responded. In the wake of Trump's indictment, Stormy Daniels, tonight, is talking about the growing threats to her own personal safety, Collins went on to say before playing more of the interview. "The first time around, I probably got a straight-up, death threat, 1 in 100. It's like 1 in 10. And it's especially scary because Trump himself is inciting violence and encouraging it and getting away with it," she said. "And I'm not afraid of him or the government. But it just takes one crazy supporter who thinks they're doing, God's work or, protecting democracy, And I'm just looking at a couple of things that have come through in the last 2 hours and they're way more violent and graphic," the adult star said. "I want to bring in John Miller, CNN's chief law enforcement and intelligence analyst, who is also the former NYPD Deputy Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism," Collins said. "You hear from Stormy Daniels there, saying the threats are worse to her, this time. They're actually death threats. They're not just criticisms or insults." Before we go, tonight, Stormy Daniels is now speaking out about whether or not it was worth ever sharing her story, she said before playing another clip. "I get these moments where I get emotional and I'm like, I wish I'd never done this. This was so stupid. What the F*** was I thinking? But I'd still do the same thing because it was the right thing to do." If I could go far enough back to where I didn't go to the hotel room that night, I stand by that. I wouldn't have done it. But if I go back only so far as coming forward, I would do the same thing again, the adult star said. She says she would do it again. Daniels has also said she is ready to face Trump in court if it ever comes to that. Of course, we shall see, the anchor said.